tailbone in slightly and roll your shoulders down. Just start to breathe normally, naturally. Just pay attention to your breath. With eyes closed, we can start to shift our focus from our external world into our internal world. Start to feel what's going on in your body and your mind. Taking a moment here to just ground down. And then start to bring your hands to heart center to start our class. Maybe make an intention for your class, whether it just be a word you focus on, whether you dedicate your practice to someone special, or maybe a quote that will help you through your practice, that will guide you through your practice. And then slowly start to make your way into child's pose. Toes touch, knees out to the sides. And then slowly let your hips drop onto heels and reach your hands out in front of you. From here, slowly start to lift up. Spread your fingers wide, coming into tabletop position. Making sure hips are over knees, shoulders are over wrists. And then slowly start to come into cat-cow. So on an inhale, lifting up, tucking your chin in. And exhale, let the belly sway down towards the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then moving with your own breath in and out of each posture. And as we move in and out of cat-cow, I like to imagine that we're in water. And every inhale, you start to float up to the surface with more air into your belly. And exhale, you slowly start to sink down. Come back to tabletop, and then bring your left foot out, flex your toes, and then start to reach your right hand up. Holding here, engaging your core, belly button drawn in towards your spine. And on an inhale, we're going to lift up slightly. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze in towards the center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more times. And then come back to tabletop. And then switch sides. Right heel lifts, left hand lifts. Holding here. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Every time you come in towards the center, really let that exhale draw your belly button in towards your spine. This is what's really going to engage your core. And then let's release back down. Curl your toes under. Bring your hands out just slightly ahead of you. Make sure they're spread wide. And then slowly just start to lift your knees off, maybe an inch or two off your mat. Holding here for 5 breaths. Two more breaths. And then all the way up. Press your hands away from you. Downward dog. And I've got my cat Farah here. Kind of wants to play with me. Alright, first downward dog of the class, so take your time. Walk your feet out one at a time. And then come really high onto your tippy toes. On your exhale, bring your chest closer towards your thighs. Press your hands away from you. And then slowly start to lower the heels back down. Okay, we can add a flow to this. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, chest comes closer to thighs. Same exhale, heels come down. So coming a little bit deeper each time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float chest and heels down. You can continue moving in that way or just move however feels good for you.
Have a good day, Marty.
Hey, bye. Bend your knees, look up towards your fingertips, and then hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk your feet out about 6 inches apart. And then add a nice little bend into your knees, opposite hand to opposite elbow, coming to forward fold or ragdoll. Let the jaw be really heavy. Let the muscles around the eyes soften. And then slowly start to round all the way up and come to standing. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Bring your hands up overhead. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reach up. Open through the pecs. Exhale, down. One last time, inhale up. Reach. And exhale, come down. Bring your left hand down and bring your right hand all the way up. Tuck your tailbone in slightly so that your core is engaged and you're not bowing through the back. From here, inhale, lengthen the right hand up. Exhale, slowly start to come over towards the left side. Okay, your left hand is there for support, but you're not crunching down. You're not depending on that hand. You're extending from your hips. You might need to roll your right shoulder back and bring your right hip slightly forward to center. Alright, and then try lifting your left hand up as well. Using your obliques. Inhale to reach, and then release the right hand. Come back up, and then exhale, fold. Okay, make those minor adjustments. Left hip slightly forward, right shoulder slightly back. Keep reaching through your left fingertips. Ground through the soles of your feet. Keep breathing, and then slowly reach your right hand. If you're having difficulties breathing in this posture, just slightly come out of it. You don't need to go to your absolute deepest in this pose. Inhale, lift all the way up, and then exhale, folding at the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, and walk yourself into plank position. All right. Make sure shoulders, elbows are over wrists, core is engaged. Slowly start to come onto your tippy toes, bringing your chest forward. Bend to the elbows, come to your knees if you need to. Chaturanga. Slow and controlled all the way down. And then inhale, come up for baby cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Hands they could even float off your mat. Okay, release down. Now bring your fingertips out like teepees, little tents on the side. And then inhale, lift up. Make sure your hips are still grounded. Your glutes release. Shoulders roll down. And then slowly release back down. Bring your hands underneath your armpits, curl your toes under, and then lift your pelvis off the mat. You're coming onto your knees. And then from here, keep your elbows nice and tight. Try to push yourself up into back to plank, and then exhale, downward dog. Gaze towards your fingertips, walk or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're going to do another one of those, a little bit quicker pace to get warmed up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, walk or hop your feet into plank. Same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, this time upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Gaze towards your fingertips, bend your knees, walk or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Bend through the knees. And then come up into our Utkatasana. Okay, so you want to tuck your tailbone in slightly so you're not dumping into your lower back. All right, from here, reach your hands up. Roll your shoulders down. And then maybe sit a little bit deeper. One more breath here. And on the exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk or hop, plank to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Reach your right foot up towards the sky. And on an exhale, bring right knee to right elbow, hold. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale to left elbow. Inhale, back up. And exhale, through center, hi mom. Plant your foot down, and then drop your left knee down. Inhale, reach up. Drop the hips down. Coming into a little bit of a back bend. Feeling that nice stretch through the left side of your hip flexor. And then slowly start to come back with the hips. Flex your right toes towards your shin. Try to keep a nice long back. If you do have a block, you might want to put a block right here and just come up a little bit. Roll your shoulders back. With every inhale, you want to lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, maybe float your chest a little bit more forward. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of the leg. And the more you flex your toes, the more you're going to feel that stretch. All right, from here, plant the foot, come back up, and we're going to move into a little bit of a flow. On an inhale, come up. On an exhale, float back. Inhale, plant the foot up. Exhale, float back. Moving with your own breath. plant the right foot, walk your hands on the inside of that right foot, and then walk it out a few inches. Flex your right toes and then gently let the knee fall open. You can keep your hands here or keep your left hand planted, bring your right hand to your knee, and then gently open up a little bit deeper. Alright, slowly start to bring the sole of your foot back down. Plant your hands, lift your knee, and walk yourself into plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Bring your left leg up. On an exhale, left knee to left elbow, and then back up. Exhale to right elbow, hold, back up, and then exhale through center, hold, and drop. Bring your right knee down, and then on an inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale, sink the hips down. Hey, Daph. I'm doing a video. Sorry. That's okay. Okay, keep on reaching your thumbs backwards towards your heel to get a little bit deeper stretch into the hip flexor. And then exhale, move your hips backwards, flex your left toes, coming into a hamstring stretch. Try not to dump into your right hip either. Try to stay straight so your hips are both pointed towards the front. If you're really tight in your hamstrings, you might have to come up, and you can even bring your hands to your hips. Alright, we're going to move into our flow. Drop the sole of your foot. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Move into your flow. Use your breath. Plant the sole of your foot. Bring your hands on the inside of the left foot. Walk the left toes out. Flex your left toes and then drop your left knee down. From here, you can keep your hands planted or keep your right hand planted. Bring your left hand to your knee. Hey, Kev. This is a hot spot. Plant your hands, lift your right knee, and then walk yourself into plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Gaze towards your fingertips, bend through the knees, hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands up overhead. Toes together, heels apart, bend through the knees. Chair pose. All right, we're going to add a twist. So bring your hands to heart center. Take your right elbow and then guide it across the body so that it's just floating on the outside of the left knee. Don't hook it just yet. Use your core. Keep your knees in line, and then you can hook. Drop the hips down a little bit deeper, and then press off. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. All right, if it feels good for you, you can open your hands up, or you can keep your hands at heart center and just work on getting your hands towards the center of your chest. On an exhale, fold forward. Walk your feet out, hip width distance, and then just hang. Come into whatever version of a forward fold that you want to. Whether it be ragdoll, or maybe it's bringing your peace fingers to your toes. And then release the hands, walk your toes back together. Alright, I'm going to face you, and then on an inhale, come up. Going back to your chair pose, strengthening the legs. Alright, hands back to heart center. This time, left elbow reaches across the body, using your core, gracefully coming into this twist. And then slowly drop down, hook the elbow, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist off. So you never want to jar your body into any pose. You want to get into it with as little ease as possible. Open your hands up if you'd like to, or keep your hands at heart center. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Coming into your forward fold, walking your feet out maybe, and just hanging. Drop your hands, inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, walk or hop, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. Lift your right leg up. On an exhale, bring it through, hold it. 3, 2, 1, drop it down. Keep high onto the left toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit down in your hips. On an inhale, we're going to reach forward, come high into your left tippy toes. Exhale, cactus arm the elbows, lift your chest up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. A little bit of a back bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 2 more times. Holding here, breathing, maybe closing the eyes if you can. Bring your hands up on your inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Walk yourself into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Lift your left leg up. On the exhale, bring it in. And then drop it down. Alright, say hi into your right toes. Inhale, lift up. Sorry about the wind. Exhale, sit down. Woo! And you get blown over. Inhale, reach. Come high onto your right tippy toes. Exhale, come back. Cactus arms. Really feel the stretch through the pecs, through the shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back. Inhale, reach. One long line from your heels to your fingertips. Exhale, back. 2 more times. Hold here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down. Walk into plank. Exhale, down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. If you need to come to child's pose, maybe grab a sip of water. Alright, gaze towards your fingertips. Bend through the knees. Walk or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Alright, we are going to start to shift our weight into our left foot. We're going to start to lift our right knee. You can bring your hand to your knee, or you can reach for your big toe. Keep your standing legs straight. Lift your chest up. Alright, it's more important to have a good posture here than to grab for your toe. So make those adjustments that you need to. From here, you can start to kick out. Roll that right shoulder back. Alright, and maybe open up towards the side. You can also use a strap around your toes if you have one. Come back through center. Release your toe with control. And then slowly bring your hands to heart center. Start to kick your foot back. Alright, kick through the heel. Point your toes towards your left heel. That's going to bring your right hip down slightly, even out. Reach with the top of your head. Open up through the chest. And then slowly start to come down. Standing splits, first time, okay? So maybe walk your fingertips a little bit closer towards your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw your chest closer towards your thigh. Keep kicking up with your right toes. And then maybe bring one hand to your ankle. Okay, if you really got a good balance here, maybe bring the other one. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Drop your foot down, coming in to crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands come down, walk yourself into plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Gaze towards your fingers, bend through the knees, walk or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. All right, other side. Start to shift your weight, into your right foot. And then start to lift your left knee. I'm out of breath here. I need to start breathing. Bring your left hand to left knee. And maybe reach for the toe. All right. Once again, nice posture here. When you're ready, kick out. All right. If you can't straighten your leg, get a strap or start with the knee. Don't, jeopardize your back just to get a straight leg. From here, you can choose to open up. And then gently guide it back through center. Bend through the knees with control. Start to shoot your left heel back. Hands come to heart center. Airplane. All right. Twist your left hip slightly down so that your left toe is pointed towards your right heel. On every inhale, lengthen through the spine. And breathe. Focus on a spot in front of you. And then gently bring your hands down, coming into standing splits. All right, so the objective here is to get your chest coming towards your thigh, lifting your foot up as high as you can. And then maybe one day, bring your right hand to your ankle, and then maybe your left as well. Okay, keep reaching up. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop down, hands come down, come into plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. On an inhale, come back into your plank, hold here. All right, shift your weight into your right hand and onto the outside of your right foot. Lift your left hand up towards the sky. You can stack your feet or you can stagger your feet. You can also come to your elbow or to your hip. Or sorry, not your hips, or your knee, as different variations. All right, from here, keep lifting your hips up. And then maybe Start lifting your left foot off. 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Come back through center and let's switch sides. Left hand, right hand lift. Stack your feet or stagger them. Make sure your shoulder's over your wrist. Keep lifting your hips up and then maybe lift your foot up. For 3, 2, 1. Drop back down. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Gaze towards your fingertips, bend through the knees, walk or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands up overhead. Exhale, fold, one fluid motion. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, come into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your right leg up. Bend your right knee and then open your hip up so that one day you can see your right heel underneath your left armpit. Okay, bring your right shoulder back down and then maybe, if you feel comfortable with grace, slowly start to bring it behind you, peel your right hand off and then reach it behind you for Wild Thing. Keep lifting your hips up and then slowly start to come back. Keep your right foot lifted. Exhale, bring it through center and plant it down. Drop your left heel down. Inhale, come up. Warrior 1. Exhale, settle down. Bring your hands to heart center and then open up into your Warrior 2. So now your back foot comes parallel to the end of your mat. Keep drawing your knee over towards your right pinky toes. Reach your fingers, gaze over your fingertips. From here, drop your left hand down, bring your right hand up and back. And maybe come in for the half bind, bringing your left hand behind you, nestling it by your right hip. Inhale, come out of it. Exhale, drop your elbow down. Reach your left hand up and then over. So you're one nice long line from your outer foot in towards your fingertips. All right, we're going to add a dance. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Moving with control, moving with your breath, and really using your obliques to guide you with control. You're not dropping down. You're guiding your body back and forth. Inhale up, exhale back. All right, when we're here, let's all stop in this extended side angle. Keep reaching your fingertips and then drop your hand on the inside of that right foot. Nestle your your shoulder in towards your knee. From here, bring your left hand behind you and maybe you want to just hold there, half bind. Or you can start to lift your right hand under, grab hold of your left hand. Inhale, lengthen, and slowly start to open up, rolling the left shoulder back. All right, slowly release down. Bring your hands down, walk your foot behind you. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, and exhale, downward dog. This time, lift your left foot up. Bend your knee and open that hip up towards the sky. Keep drawing your left shoulder down. Keep reaching your heel. And then slowly, with control, slowly start to find the ground behind you. Reach your left hand back. Keep lifting the hips. And then slowly start to come back. Keep your left foot lifted up. And on an exhale, bring it through, drop it down. Drop your right heel down. Warrior one. Settle in. Hands come to heart center, open up through warrior two. I'm going to switch sides here. Okay, keep drawing that knee out. You don't want it to draw in. Drop our right hand down, palm up. Slowly start to come back. Exalted warrior. Bring your right hand maybe behind you to rest on your left hip. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, coming into our extended side angle. You really want to feel a nice stretch through that outer hip. Reach your foot down, reach your fingers out. Okay, we're going to come back into our little dance. Inhale, lift up. Use your core. Exhale, come back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, settle. Inhale, float. Exhale, down. Moving with your own breath. Alright, now let's settle into our extended side angle. Hold here or drop your left hand down. Keep reaching your fingers up and then start to plant them on the outer edge of your left hip. Okay, you can stay here or lift your left hand to meet your right. Nestle your fingers down more closer towards your pubic bone. Roll your shoulder back and breathe. Slowly release. Bring your hands down and come into plank. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Keep breathing here. Gaze towards your fingertips. Bend your knees. Walk or hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Alright, we're going to come into another balancing series here of tree pose. Okay, so we're going to shift our weight into our left foot. And then we're going to start to lift our right foot and bring it on the inside of our left thigh. It can also come onto your shin or your ankle. Hands come to heart center. Alright, settle into this pose. Keep drawing your right knee down and open. You can keep your hands here if you'd like, or you can slowly start to bring your hands up overhead. Keep your pinkies and thumbs touching and then release the other three fingers to come into a lotus mudra. Roll your shoulders down, tuck your tailbone in slightly, draw your core in. Alright, slowly start to release down. And now bring your ankle on the front of your thigh. Start to bend in through the left knee. Bring your hands to your ankle or your heel and your knee. Keep bending and feel that nice stretch through the outside of your right glute, right hip. Flex your right toes to protect your knee. You can stay here, or you can start to bend forward and reach your fingertips down towards the ground. Start to straighten your left knee. Okay, if that feels good, you're going to slowly start to bend your knee and come down. Alright, so you're in a balancing posture here onto your left tippy toes. Maybe you can start to lift one hand towards your heart center. Keep your gaze focused on one spot. And maybe you can lift another one. And then slowly start to come out of it the same way you came into it, straightening the leg, coming back up, and releasing. Awesome. Got this really long spider web attached to me. Hopefully there's no spider on me. Alright, shift your weight into your right foot. Start to lift your left foot up, and then plant it on the same spot you did on the other side. You want to create balance in both sides of the body. The spider web does not want to leave me. Alright, bring hands to heart center. Keep lifting the top of your head towards the sky. And then if you're ready, you can slowly start to bring your hands up overhead. You always have the option to let your gaze come up as well, more challenging. Keep your pinkies and thumbs together and then release the other 3 fingers. Roll the shoulders down, tuck the tailbone. Alright, slowly release back down. And then shift your left ankle onto your right thigh. Figure 4 pose, and then gently bend through the knee and bring your hand to heel and knee. This could feel really good, and you might want to hold this, really work into that left glute. Or you can start to reach your fingertips down, straighten your leg, bend through your right knee, and then come onto your right tippy toes. You might want to bring one hand to heart center. Keep gazing at that spot for focus. And then maybe reaching your right hand to meet your left. Slowly drop back down, come out of it the same way you came in, with control, and release. Beautiful. Walk the hips out. No, we're going to start to come back down to the ground now, actually. So bring your feet, your toes just off the mat, heels are on it. So you're kind of duck footing, I guess it is. And then start to drop your hips down, coming into prayer squat. So for this, you want your elbows on the inside of your knees, and then gently press your elbows out. Bring your hands to heart center. If you cannot drop your heels down, that is fine. You can even put a block underneath your sit bones so that you're not dying in this pose. Okay, from here we're going to work into an arm balance posture. So we're going to start to lift our hips up, plant our hands down, and then walk our knees onto the triceps. Okay, walk your toes back behind you. Get your knees up as high as you can, armpits, triceps area. The balance is in your fingers, so you really want to spread your fingers wide. Okay, and grip through the fingertips. Okay, slowly start to shift your weight forward. You're going to come high onto your tippy toes. Okay, you might stay here, you might lift one foot, then you might lift the other. Crow pose. Right, hold here and practice. Maybe coming out of it and going back in. And then one day you can start to try to straighten your elbows, which is hard. Alright, from there we're going to go into side crow. So you're going to come onto the center of your mat, and then you're going to start to bring your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Plant it down, bring your right hand next to it, make sure they're about shoulder width distance apart, And then you want, my mom is taking pictures of me, how nice. Bring your left elbow, it's hooked onto your right knee, and then your right elbow is kind of nestled onto your right hip. So from here, you're going to slowly start to do the same thing where you bring your chest forward, and then you're going to come onto your tippy toes. And then from here, you're going to keep on reaching your chest forward. Soon, your toes will lift. Keep breathing here. And then slowly come back. Okay, other side, same thing. On your tippy toes. This time bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Plant your right hand down. Bring your left hand shoulder distance apart, and then hook your left elbow right underneath your left hip. Okay, so from here, slowly start to shift your weight over. This side's going to feel different probably than the other side. And then keep reaching your chest forward. Soon your toes will float off. Can't want to hold that one as long. Okay, try that maybe another time. And then we'll all meet in seated position at the top of our mat. Bring the soles of our feet together and draw your heels in towards your pelvis. Take your two-piece fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, lift your chest up, roll your shoulders down, and then exhale, float forward. You can use your elbows gently on the insides of your legs to help guide your legs down, come into a little bit of a deeper groin stretch. And then inhale, come up. And as we come up, we're going to start to lift our feet up, coming into boat pose. Okay, so you can keep your legs straight, or you can bend them. Palms face in, and chest opens up towards the sky. Core is engaged. Point your toes. From here, we're going to slowly start to lower down, a couple inches off the mat, and then inhale, come right back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. All right, we're going to do that 4 more times. 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Bring your hands to heart center, and then we're going to row the boat. Bring hands to the right side, left side, right side, left side, back, reach up, and then exhale all the way down. From here, bring your feet up towards the sky. Bring your hands just a little bit underneath your hips to protect your lower back. Walk your shoulders in. And then from here, we're going to slowly start to lower down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Start to look at your toes. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Point your toes and then start to pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. This time, flex your toes. Bring your hands behind your head. Inhale up, chest reaches towards your toes, and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your feet down, plant your feet in towards the mat, heels close towards your sides, and release. Breathe here, hands can come to belly. The next posture we're going to work is bridge and wheel. Alright, so first set of bridge, we're going to press through our feet. We're going to bring our hands down by our sides, and then start to lift our hips up. Okay, as our hips lift, we can start to walk our shoulders underneath us. Keep lifting hips up, chest rises. If this feels good, you can stay here, or maybe you can start to reach your fingers underneath you, clasping your fingers. Okay, if this feels good, stay, or start to lift your right foot up. Cat getting in the way?
Yeah.
And then release your right foot, lift your left foot up. And release down. Slowly release your fingers, drop your spine back down, tailbone is the last thing to touch. Alright, we're going to rock our knees side to side, so let them drop to the left, drop to the right. Again, left and right. Alright, this time we're going to go into either your second set of bridge, so the same thing we just did, or wheel. So if you're coming into wheel, same thing, heels come close towards your sit bones. Bring your hands behind your shoulders. Your tips of your fingers pointed towards your shoulders. So start to press through your feet, hips lift, and then slowly start to come up on the top of your head first, and then press off. One day you want to straighten your legs, straighten your arms. If this feels good, you're going to stay here. Maybe walk your feet in, and then maybe lift your right foot up, and then drop down, left knee, and then foot. Drop down, come onto the top of your head slowly, roll down, and to symbolize the end of your back bending series, bring your knees in towards your chest. Round out the spine and massage your lower back. Awesome. From here, you're going to slowly start to rock front and back, front and back, and come up to seated. Bring your feet out in front of you. Remove some fleshy bits from underneath you. Inhale, bring your hands up. And exhale, slowly fold forward. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, fold down. You're using your breath in this posture to get deeper. And you're sending each exhale in towards those tight areas. Imagine your exhale has this ability to create space within the body. And then we're slowly going to start to come up halfway. And then take the left hand to the outside of your right foot. Bring your right hand behind you for some support. And then start to lift your right foot up. You can keep it bent to your knee, but you really want to try to straighten out. So you might even want to bring your left hand to the outside of your shin. Alright, so from here, you're going to start to feel a nice stretch through the outside of your right leg, your IT band. If you're not feeling it, start to guide your right foot over towards the left. Start to crisscross over your left leg. Then you'll really start to feel it. Flex your right toes, keep straightening through the right leg. If you're a runner, this is an amazing stretch. Slowly bend the knee and drop it to the outside of your left leg. Keep your left leg out if you want, or if your hips are open, you can bring it in. Keep your right hand behind you, left hand lifts up, and then exhale comes behind your right knee. But same thing as our twist and our chair pose. We want to guide our elbow over first. Use our core muscles, right? And then drop it down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And you want to breathe deep belly breaths in towards the stomach, kind of massage your internal organs, help with metabolism and your digestive system. Slowly start to release. Extend your legs back out and then start to come forward. Right hand to the outside of your left foot this time. Left hand behind you. Lift up. Open your chest up towards the sky. And then slowly guide your left foot over towards the right side. The sun feels beautiful on my skin. I love it. And then slowly start to bend that left knee. Bring it to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, bring your right hand up. Exhale, come over the body. Don't hook your elbow just yet. Just use the core and then hook it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then slowly unwind. Bring your feet back out in front of you. And then we're going to slowly start to come all the way down on towards our back. And do one last twist if it feels good. So bring your right knee in towards your right shoulder, right armpit. Right arm extends out beside you. Guide your right knee over towards the left side. You really want to keep your shoulders grounded on the mat. And that left hand there is just to help guide your knee coming into a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then release. Let's switch sides. Woo. Lots of bugs out. Left knee in towards your armpit. And then guide your left knee over towards the right side. Left arm opens up towards the side. Your gaze can either be up towards the sky or towards your left fingertips. And slowly guide your knee back up. Bring your knees both in towards your armpits. You can either come into this modified happy baby, where your hands are on your knees and you're just guiding your knees open. Or you can bring your hands to the soles of your feet and then guide your knees towards your armpits again. And maybe rock side to side. Try to ground down through the tailbone. Try maybe straightening one leg, bending the other, kind of in like a ninja posture. And then the other side. Maybe try straightening both legs. Or up towards your face. And then slowly start to lower down. Bring your feet down. Coming into our final and most important pose of the entire class, Shavasana. So you want to maybe roll your shoulders underneath you, and then your palms can start to float up. Not float up, but face up towards the sky. Let the feet flop open. And just start to use your breath as a way to sink deeper into this resting pose. Every exhale, your body softens. Every exhale, your body goes deeper and deeper in towards the ground beneath you. Do a mental scan of your body. Make sure you're not holding onto any tension, starting with the ankles, the knees, your hips relax, lower back relaxes, shoulders relax down, jaw, your tongue comes off the roof of your mouth. The muscles around your eyes soften. Your forehead and scalp soften. Take this moment to just focus on the present moment. Keep your mind focused on your breath and nothing else. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your toes and your fingertips. And bring your hands up overhead for a big morning stretch, reaching your toes in the opposite direction. And then bend through the knees. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then slowly start to come on to your right side in fetal position. Keeping your eyes closed, start to make your way up into a seated position. Crossing the legs, maybe half lotus or full lotus. Bring your hands to knees, palms face up. Notice the difference in your body. Notice the space that you've created within each muscle, building strength and flexibility of both your mind and your body. And then we slowly start to bring our hands to heart center. Bow our head slightly. Feel the heartbeat against your thumbs. Feel your breath on your fingertips. Both of these as a reminder that you are alive. You are fully present in this moment. And you are so grateful. Put a smile on your face and blink your eyes open. Namaste. Hope you enjoyed this outdoor class, The Field of Dreams.